Jimmy, you want to start us off?
No, you intro us.
All right, we're good to go. We got the California Blackbears. Welcome everybody to a very special episode of King of the Court. We are joined by the entire team and even Presidente Management, Jimmy Miller.
Presidente.
El Presidente. So yeah,
We're pumped. So you guys are all here training in Utah, right? Pumped up. So let's go through everybody. We got big dog over here, Rafa Hewitt.
round them up, Rafa.
This is the quietest Rafa's been in 3 days. We've got lefty Amanda Hendry. The lefties, why do you guys have to sit by? Is this because you guys have to sit by each other at dinner?
Always.
So that
We did sit by
so you didn't. So you don't bump arms.
We were next to each other.
She uses her right hand.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually a righty.
What?
I just play pickleball lefty.
Everything's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
weird.
know.
All right. Emily, newly married.
Yeah,
Ackerman, Cedarquist.
correct. Yeah.
Are we gonna hyphenate?
I'm gonna just go Cedarquist.
I feel like you should hyphenate it.
That's
like
the
it's
longest.
2020.
That's gonna be
It's
the longest last
2024.
name. Though.
A new identity.
Yeah, it's
It's gonna be an
2024.
18-letter
Feminism
Last name. I think I'll pass.
Feminism.
and DJ,
The captain.
the captain. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, El Capitan.
Presidente.
DJ Young.
Capitan.
Yeah,
There we go.
Who speaks Spanish here? This guy?
DJ
Yeah.
does.
Anyone else?
I didn't have a father to teach
Like-
me.
Wow.
You're, oh, never mind.
Spain,
All right, so-
Spain taught me. How about you, Poppy?
I know some Spanish, bro.
You do too.
A little
El
bit.
Presidente y el Capitan.
Exactly.
That's
Good to go.
it. He just learned.
Estoy listo.
DJ's gonna teach us Spanish today.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with. We'll go down the line. DJ, tell us how you started in pickleball.
Yeah, dude. I mean, long story short, I was playing tennis, and I decided that I didn't want to go to college. And my
Like you
coach,
didn't want to, or you couldn't.
I didn't want
Okay.
to. I didn't want to go to college, and so basically, Steve Dawson at the time, the owner of Bobby Riggs, he started playing pickleball, and he was like, "Hey, like you're one of my few students that are not going to college, so you want to come out try pickleball?" And I was like, "I mean, I guess, yeah, sounds good." And then ever since I've been playing.
So you moved here from Spain when you were how old?
13.
13.
Yeah,
Okay.
so in 2013, born
Okay.
in 2000. Yeah.
Okay. Young. Emily, how'd you
my
get
last name.
started?
Also, long story short, my dad and Wesley Burrows.
She's like Steve Dawson.
Yeah. So family friends introduced us in 2020. I was still playing college tennis, so I played a couple tournaments during the summer every year, but did not.
What college were you at?
I was at Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
Nice.
Ooh, Cal Poly SLO.
Go Mustangs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I played a little bit while I was home for break, and then I was pretty convinced I wasn't going to do this. And then I graduated in 2022, started playing a little bit more while I was coaching tennis, and my parents and Wes pretty much convinced me that I should do it. And
Probably the nicest thing Wes has ever done for anybody.
he's never done anything nice in his life. And so I moved back home to Thousand Oaks just to be closer to other players and LAX essentially.
Yeah.
And started going full time in 2023.
What did you graduate in from Cal Poly?
Kinesiology.
Oh, whoa.
That's a big word.
That's tough. Kinesiology or pickleball.
Yeah, I knew I was not going to do physical therapy, so it was either coaching or pickleball.
See.
Yeah.
That's why we drafted
Easy
you, though.
choice.
You know that, right? Because we needed that PT on staff.
Don't ask me questions.
Amanda,
So my mom introduced it to me like when
who follows me on Instagram, by
Yeah.
the way, just saying.
Yeah, she's cool. She's a little crazy.
Oh.
When I was still playing field hockey in college, and then I met
At
Jack
UNC,
at
right?
UNC, yeah. And then
National champion.
National champion, like literally the best field hockey goalie of all time.
that's not true.
Like
I had a really good team.
her goals against is like one of the lowest ever, isn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't get a lot of shots.
Yeah, but
I just kind of, I was like basically just like a captain on the team. I like stood back
Oh,
there and yelled at
so
people.
so you didn't have to do much.
I stood back there and yelled.
So you're like DJ, you didn't have to do
No,
much.
I just yelled at people.
Everyone else carried you.
Yeah.
So who's the real captain here? Huh?
Yeah, okay.
And then I met my boyfriend Jack, who was playing
Jack Foster,
yeah,
right?
and then he was already playing competitively, and then he needed a mixed partner. So he basically trained me up. And
Has pickleball been good or bad for your relationship? Because you don't play together.
no, we used to. We did for 2 years, and Rafa has actually played us, and it's not pretty.
Doesn't go well.
No.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
So you let him play with Shelby Bates?
So we all trained together.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
yeah.
just asking.
No, yeah.
Just asking.
She's a good friend of mine. And so we all, they decided to play together when.
Shelby was mad I drafted you over her.
Really? I'll talk to her about it. But yeah, so basically he started playing with her when I was like, it's not working. We're just fighting on the court a lot.
And you started playing with Richard.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
are you still playing with him? Because last tournament,
Yeah. It was just hard.
No,
I think it's really hard.
two
to,
relationships you've broken up over pickleball.
Maybe it's me. No, we're still really good friends. Like we just it's hard to lose with the same partner over and over and over again. Yeah. And we had really, really close games against good teams, but we just weren't getting the wins. And I think then we started to play worse because of that together. So I think we both
So good thing we didn't draft you guys both.
maybe we would have figured it out.
Rally scoring's different.
Rally
Yeah.
scoring for Tyler.
Jason would have helped.
Exactly.
Hey, if we had win on with not winning on serve, we would have won most of our games. So.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Raphael,
speak into the mic
your
and
real
tell us
name
who you
Raphael?
are.
Yes, Raphael is my real name. Yeah. So for me,
You gotta get close.
I promise you. There we go. There we go. Deal. Yeah, my grandmother actually, she gave me my first paddle for my birthday in 2019, and I found a tournament that was 2 hours away, Spokane, Washington. What paddle was it? It was an Onyx paddle.
Z5, baby.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was probably Tyler Lynn's paddle. Yeah. And
You probably shipped it.
Yeah.
yeah, I looked up a tournament and saw it was Spokane. It was 2 hours away, and I signed up for the pro division, which was at the time was 5-0, and I knew nothing about the rules. I was in the kitchen left and right getting called, but I somehow won gold in singles, and I was like, I think I'm going to try to go pro. And the next tournament I was the Triple Crown.
Woo!
Down in there with the big boys. Everybody was there, and still had no idea what I was doing. And
Is that on your bio, Instagram bio? Triple Crown, 2019.
no, it's not. No, I don't run my Instagram
Should
that
be.
well, so should be. I should put that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
How'd you do in the Triple Crown?
I got destroyed by I think Dan Gingrich, and
Are you in his book?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Coach after.
No, but that was the first tournament I think AJ played too. AJ and I, it was our first tournament.
Okay, let's go.
And I just remember Adam Stone was the GOAT then.
Where was this at?
That was
Simi Valley, right?
Yeah.
Simi Valley.
Simi Valley.
Oh,
My
the
next-
Triple
my-
Crown
the
tournament.
town
Oh,
next
gotcha. I thought you were.
The
Gotcha.
legit
I
triple
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
in a little middle school.
Yeah. That was by Jack Monroe's
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his parents. That was
Yeah.
whatever
Nicole.
I wouldn't know.
to that.
Neither
feel like
would
we
I.
should do that.
Yeah.
That tournament's sick because you get to have
So many different partners.
a
Yeah.
different partner every single day.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Should they bring that back?
I think the
In Simi
It
Valley.
was really fun. Yeah.
PPA needs to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then let's go with you, Jimmy. So tell us your role with MLP.
I don't really have one, honestly. I'm here
How did you get here?
I'm here for entertainment purposes. That's
love
it.
Are you guys entertained?
We are entertained at all times.
How is Jimmy doing as a president?
Great.
I mean,
I drafted all four of them. I have nothing but nice things to say right now.
I think he's been great. He's very communicative, right? So that goes a long way and
Yeah.
easy to talk to. Answers most phone calls, and yeah, we kind of just go from there.
Yeah. Well, Rafa calls me 74 times a day.
Yeah,
Literally.
plus the mom.
You're my GM. You
He literally calls me and says, "What should I have for
getting
what
paid."
should I have for breakfast?" I'm like, Rafa, you got to make some decisions on your own.
I can't.
Honestly, I can't hold your hand.
I can't. I need that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we got MLP DC coming up. You guys were not in Atlanta, the very first one.
And we have some rule changes.
And we have some rule
Email
changes.
just came out. Let's break it. Breaking news.
How do
What
you
is
guys?
it?
Yeah, what is
Gotta
it?
win. So they're changing the rule back. You have to win on your serve.
But it's still to 25 points.
25 points, win on your serve. What do you guys think about that?
Is everyone frozen still?
You just your
Okay,
freeze
you
at 24
regardless.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But the other team,
Does the other team freeze?
no freeze for the other team.
Oh my! Again.
So you just have
I
to
got
win on your
nightmares.
serve. What do you think? For it, against it, indifferent?
I think they should have waited till mid-season to change the rule.
You think after one tournament's too soon?
I would say so. Some people didn't get to play it that way.
Yeah, I think it's
Some people.
Yeah, some people as in us. Yeah, I think it's a little like weird for us because we didn't get that benefit. Kind of. If we were like the winning team, maybe it'll benefit us in this one, but maybe it will not. I know.
We're gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna lose our minds if this costs us.
That's why we lose.
Yeah, it's the only reason we would lose, right?
I like it. Making the excuses before.
Like you feel like
Smart.
I mean, you feel like on the challenger level, who touches us?
Nobody.
No one's gonna
Nobody.
touch us. I hope not.
Well, wait. Speaking of that, Rafa, you were in Atlanta.
Yes.
There was a hot mic.
Oh,
Should we talk about this for a sec? Did you get in trouble?
hold on. I got to go get some water real quick.
Did you get in trouble or no?
I don't know.
Did it work? Do you have a date with Olivia McMillan?
Oh, get out of here. No.
It seemed like, I mean, she's asked
You
for
like
your-
lefties. Though. You're sitting next to a lefty.
Yeah, you're left.
Okay.
Do two lefties make a righty? How does this work? Like two negatives equal a positive? What happens?
I do need a lollipop.
Oh yeah, we got something for you. We got you a present.
I promise I have water.
You want the raspberry?
What do you
I'm
think?
not allowed to have a lollipop while I'm on the mic. That's my problem.
Did you get a lot of grief for that?
I don't know. We're done talking about
Are you
this.
good?
I've never seen you so red before.
He's embarrassed.
We don't need to
He's
talk about it.
embarrassed.
Okay, I was just curious.
It's
Just curious if that line
How many
worked.
licks-
I
many
just
licks-
feel like if someone tells you that we have 15 minutes, get everything out, then they should have.
Okay, but here's
So this is a
here's-
small one.
Hot mic.
This
yeah.
is a small one.
Are
How many
you,
licks?
Are you used to that?
How many licks do you? I like the smaller ones. How many licks do you think it takes to get to the middle?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
Wow, he's got to pretend the camera's. Well, I'm just curious, but
Hey,
it went well for you.
Should we tell you the cameras are off and we can have this conversation?
Ask your wife.
All right.
If we needed another lefty, what if Amanda got hurt? Do we slide Olivia into that spot?
No, we do not.
Okay. Just
Because
curious.
as we heard, relationships don't work
By
playing
the way, I
pickleball.
just got a text from a player. I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay, I got a text from a player who went undrafted. Okay, she went undrafted, and she said, "Hey, I just want you to know that I'm available. I'm coming to MLP. If you guys need a sub or whatever, do you guys kind of respect that hustle,
Yeah.
or do you think that's kind of over the top? Because I respect it. I think that's cool. That like,
I think with how the
or are they undermining you too because it's a female?
well, but if it's a sub, I mean something happened.
Yeah.
Well, she said it's up or something.
Or she says, or I'm better than the
But
two girls
honestly,
you have
she-
on your team.
I mean,
She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
She meant it
Let's
though.
go
Yeah.
ahead and tell us who this.
Well, I'm not going to say it, but I'm just saying that.
No, I think you have to put your name out there. I think if you want to play and you didn't get drafted, it's part of it is also like who you know,
Yeah.
or who's seen you play,
Yeah.
and whether or not she plays, like that might help her in the future.
Yeah.
I think I've been there, so
Yeah, I mean, I
respect
think
it.
it's important, right, to
Yeah.
market yourself. I mean, Amanda, I mean, honest, if we're being
Yeah.
honest, like we saw you I've seen you play, obviously, but the combine was where we were like,
Yeah.
okay, she's legit.
Well, I'm
Like-
not much of like I'm not like a loud player or like very flashy. I'm more just like defensive and like
Like this guy.
so like I think previously that's hurt me in MLP is like getting to be drafted. It's like the only reason why I got on DC was because like Shelby knew me.
Yeah.
Like most people just like don't know much of me because I only play APP. I'm not from tennis
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
starting to play some PPAs, but
But you're still going to play the majority APPs,
yeah,
right?
I'm doing all 12 of the APPs.
You too, Emily?
Unless the contract.
no, I'm just kind of playing.
Whatever's convenient.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever's close to home.
Fairly, yeah. I mean, I'll play a handful of APPs, obviously all the MLPs, and then a couple PPAs that are tied to MLPs.
Yeah.
So
And then you two both signed with MLP.
I signed with MLP back
You
in
signed
the day
with MLP,
too, yeah.
right? Yeah.
So,
you're
but now
both
I'm with Nuco.
with the new,
so
with the UPA or whatever they call it.
some MLP, some PPAs.
Yeah. So that makes sense. But you got some APP wins
Yeah, I mean, what
back in your day.
2022 and before. I mean, I was probably making like most finals. You know, a couple different partners here and there. Kyle Yates. I play with Mario quite a bit.
Mario Barrientos.
And then I probably lost to.
I can speak Spanish. That was
And then I probably lost to J-Dub and Dylan in every single final, and I'm like 0-37 against them. So that's not a good feeling. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time, and maybe it was just kind of time to move on and go to bigger, better things. And here we are now.
That makes sense.
All right. Have you two ever played in a tournament together?
Rafa and I?
Yeah.
No, we have not.
Not
Actually,
once.
we were joking because we've been playing each other for like 4 years now or something. And yeah, this is our first time playing together.
Cool. So
We did one like a year ago in California.
How'd you do?
We had a really good game against Vivian and Alex.
Yeah, we did.
And then we had a really bad game in the backdrop. Yeah.
So the backdrop, nobody cares. That's why they got rid of it.
First game division.
That's why PPA.
So what do you guys think your strengths are as a team, and maybe where we could use some improvement, if any?
Ooh, good question.
Are you talking specifically men's right now?
I would say
women's,
everything
or-
overall as a
Overall.
team.
Yeah.
As a team.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, generally speaking, I would say, I'm playing with Amanda and I'm playing with Rafa, obviously. So having the righty-lefty combo, which we've done before, right? There's a lot of coverage in the middle. I think for all of us, it would be very beneficial to kind of move around a lot, use our forehands, go inside out, try to earn it quite a bit, and just kind of look for the right opportunities. That's how I see it.
Emily, Amanda.
Yeah, I think. I mean, even that we're all being here, even just all being here together we know each other really well. You guys know each other really well. I've played with DJ a handful of times and gotten to play with Rafa once. So I think our personalities and our energy together, we all get along. We love being on the court together. And so it's just fun. I think our team vibes very well and gels very well together.
So one thing when we put this team together, me and Richie and Jason, the big thing is like energy is big for us. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like we were very like adamant about having good energy on our team. And obviously we feel like we did that with you four, but that's a huge thing for us. Like you don't want the guy or girl that's slumping their shoulders or not a good teammate or doing their own thing, not worried about the team. Like all four of you jumped at the opportunity to come out here and train with Jason, right? I mean, we all went to LA, right? You guys are coming back in a couple weeks for a little clinic, for the Nike camp. Yeah. So I'm glad you get along because it's a lot of time together.
Yeah.
What Rafa, what things do you think you can get better at as a team or you individually or?
I mean, we haven't had our first event yet, so I think we'll figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Have you taught them your celebrations? Do you guys have any new celebrations?
Oh, we're keeping those on the down low.
Yeah.
Can't let you guys know everything.
Hey, you came up with a new celebration. I don't know, maybe 3-4 tournaments ago. What is it?
The woohoo.
Yeah. Can we get an authentic woohoo from Rafa?
I'll give it to you.
Right
Hey,
here.
you and Tyler played against each other a couple tournaments ago.
We played against each other a couple times.
It got kind of heated because I think there was a ball that you thought hit. Was it Christian?
It did hit Christian. It's okay.
No, it did not. 100%. 100% it did not. But you can admit that you talked during the point saying, hey, that hit you.
Because it did hit him.
It did not hit him.
It redirected the other way.
The hand is considered part of the paddle.
Yeah. What is the middle leg considered?
The middle leg?
Between the leg?
You gotta be so.
What are we talking about?
He had a tweener. He hit a tweener and it didn't. And it hit something.
It didn't tween?
No, it didn't go between.
Oh, okay. I don't even.
The middle leg
So
out
how
of
many licks
nowhere.
does it take to get to the
I
field?
don't know. Tell me.
But that was good. That was a fun one.
Yeah. Are you guys excited for MLP? Like you're pumped. So
All
man,
right.
you've only
Yeah.
played one
Yeah.
event
Yeah.
as a sub for DC.
Not a sub.
A sub. Oh, they picked you up, right? That's
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
But there's only one. But there's only one event left
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
picked her up.
No,
was the best
I
on
got
the
dropped.
They did.
Yeah, I got dropped.
Oh, what a big mistake! They dropped you over Shelby.
Wait, who got picked? Did Shelby get picked up this round?
No.
No.
No. Poor thing.
You got the last laugh. Kind of.
No, they're friends and they train together.
No,
She lets her play with her boyfriend.
Is that who texted you?
We're not talking about this.
I'm gonna get
What
in trouble.
teams are you guys, I don't want to say afraid of, but would you say are at the top of the challenger standings? Well,
Yeah, is there a team on
Black
paper?
Diamonds and
are you trying to be funny?
no,
Who on paper do you guys think?
we could beat.
No, like is there a team that you look at and you're like, hey, that team's gonna be pretty tough? Because like the Breakers went
Breakers
5-1
did really
or
well,
whatever with Glassman and
But they have a lot
Rachel.
of Dream Breakers, right?
I think they had 2 or 3. I mean, they won a Dream Breaker 21-4.
Their first day, they didn't do great. And then after that, they just.
If you
were
win a Dream
undefeated.
Breaker 21-4,
They also had a couple.
the losing team should have to quit. Like they should be done with pickleball.
That's fair.
I think I can win. I think I can.
Be
score
careful
4
what
points.
you say, Jimmy. Just.
We will never lose a Dream Breaker 21-4. I promise you.
No, we won't.
No, I promise we won't.
What will happen if you do?
Our entire team can play with their opposite hands, and we won't.
That's
Tyler,
actually
21-4 in a
If they play
rally,
with their opposite
in a
hand,
rally scoring
They
format.
lose worse than 21-4.
No, DJ, have you seen DJ with his left hand?
I have.
She's a righty. She's a righty.
Okay, so she should play left-handed.
She's
then.
already playing left-handed. See?
Well, then she'll play righty.
See?
Okay, just saying. Anything can happen.
So-
21-4.
So breakers look good. Atlanta had up and down moments, right? Chicago didn't play, but they on paper I think Chicago looks decent, depending on Jack Monroe. I mean, you take him number 1, he's got to carry, right? I haven't seen him really do much in PPA. I'm not as high on him as others. Cut that
He
part.
wasn't he the number 1 pick?
Yeah, he was.
2. Eva was 1.
No, I think Jack was
I
one.
think
Yeah,
Jack
he
was
Chicago,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago, that's right. It was 1, and she went. No.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah,
Chicago had
Radzikowska
2.
went 1. She was 1. He was
Yeah.
2. Yeah. Yeah, and then 3 was Glassman. 4 was Jaume. Yeah. We actually.
So what other teams? So you said maybe the Bouncers,
Bouncers look okay. I mean,
Daybreakers.
Todd Fote is playing well.
Yep.
I mean, he went 7-1 and
Mixed.
total,
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah, that's good.
which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I just think it's one of those things in MLB and pickleball, especially where it just really depends on the day. You know, like every shot you hit in pickleball every day kind of feels a little bit differently depending on, the ball that you're playing with. Is it hot or cold, right? And all these things. So I think just a matter of waking up and being the most prepared you can and just going out there and.
Well, and I think matchups and styles matter. Like they make a difference, right? Like we see it with Ben Johns in singles, right? When Ben Johns plays against Fed, he eats his lunch. But when Fed plays against, Kwang Duong or these other players, Fed, he works them over, but then those guys will go
Who?
Ben.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm QD. That's how we're
I thought you were pronouncing him by the correct pronunciation.
Well, I don't know if that's correct because I got a message that said maybe that wasn't correct.
What is the correct one?
I don't know. Rob Cassidy says it's Wang Yung. He said he asked his dad,
It's
and it was
Wang
Wang
Yung.
Yung. Yeah,
Wow.
but I don't know.
Remember, they also have different their fluctuations, their accents, how they're spoken. I'm Vietnamese.
We got to get
You're
Jimmy.
Vietnamese?
I'm half Vietnamese. Yeah.
Emily, how do you pronounce it?
No, don't ask.
Emily?
You can ask my mom. When you meet
No.
my mom, you can ask my mom.
I want you to pronounce
How
it.
would you pronounce it?
Well, I speak with an American
It's okay.
accent.
How would you say it?
I would say it the same way how everyone else does.
How does everyone else
Like
pronounce
Quang
it?
Duong.
Kwang Duong,
Yeah.
not Wang Yung.
I personally would not say that, but
How would your mom say it?
I don't know because
Will
I
you
can't
ask her?
speak. I
Will
can't
you call
ask
her
her.
right now?
You want me to call her right now?
Will she answer?
Most likely.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, put her on speaker.
get Let's get your mom on. Let's do this. While you're doing that,
Text the name
okay.
and then ask.
Maybe she could just voice message you. She know how to do that? She a boomer?
That's a good question.
Is she a boomer?
Okay. How would your mom pronounce it, Amanda? Just kidding.
The same as you guys.
I want to know the correct. I mean, if she's Vietnamese, this is perfect.
She was born in Vietnam.
Oh my, this is amazing.
Just call him from QD from now on.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, put it on speaker.
Yeah. Let's.
Unless
hear it.
she.
Wait, I'll wait till I ask her and I'll put on speaker.
Yeah.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
I do not.
You know, none.
I know how to count.
Oh, okay. That's like me in Spanish.
Oh no.
Hey, Mom. So I'm actually on a podcast. Oh, actually, hold on, Mama. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually on a podcast right now with Tyler Leung and Jimmy Miller. And they are very curious on how to say the name that I texted you. It's Vietnamese, so they want to know the actual correct pronunciation.
Okay. You texted me something?
I texted you the name. I just need you to read it
hang on.
how you would in
Okay.
Vietnamese.
Does it have the diacritical marks?
It does not. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to
Mom, no
type.
asterisks, Mom.
Well, it could be. It depends on the diacritical marks, but can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's Quang Dung
There you
or
go.
Quang Dung. So it's Quang, like Quang is like what's a similar sound in English? Quang. Can you say that? Quang.
Sounds like a cat.
What about
Wang.
Wang? What about Wang Yung?
Dung.
Doom. Okay.
Dung.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah, that's
That's
the most accurate we've heard it.
yes. Done.
Okay, good.
Okay, that was all for now. I'll call you later. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Oh, that was perfect.
That
There
was
you go.
perfect. That's actually closer to the American
So
version.
it is
than
Kwang
Wang.
Duong. It is Kwang
Yeah,
Duong.
I think
Yeah.
we shouldn't trust Rob Cassidy when it comes
Rob
to
Cassidy
Vietnamese
is out.
pronunciation.
Rob
Yeah, but
Cassidy
if
is-
you talk to his dad,
Well, but he probably misheard him. Or what did you call those marks?
Like diacritical.
I doubt he's looking at diacritical marks and just
Yeah.
going off of what he heard.
I bet Rob Cassidy's
That's
breaking.
good.
He's breaking it down.
That's why when you were asking me how to say it, it's like, well, it depends.
Well, your mom. I trust your mom over his dad. So she would know.
Well, I think he actually speaks more Vietnamese than my mom.
Oh, your mom.
really
I could
does.
tell. Your mom knows.
She is an English teacher.
So she's Vietnamese and teaches English.
Correct.
So she would know better than anybody.
There you go.
All right.
All right,
You said
moving
it
on.
here.
Mama Ackerman wins.
Okay. How many matches do you guys have for DC? Don't you guys have like
Freaking 8. We have 8, 7 or 8. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically play. We play a third of our season in one event.
Yeah.
So if we wake up in DC and suck, it's gonna be a long weekend.
Yeah, it is.
But if we kill it, it's gonna be a long season for everybody else.
Every Dream Breaker you go to, I'm going to be on the sidelines.
Hoping we get 4 points.
21-4.
I'll be the Johnny Goldberg.
You'll be heckling
1,
us.
2,
Ooh, we
3.
should talk about that. MLP. You guys like the trash talk? Do you guys like the energy, the trash talk?
Yeah.
I'm
What's
not
off
a
limits?
trash talker.
Do you feed
but
off
I'm
it,
okay
Rafa?
with
Because
it.
you feed off it when you're doing well, but as soon as you start losing, it doesn't seem like you do as well.
When is that an MLP that you've seen that?
He's an MLP champ.
Okay, so we're only referring to MLP
We have
stuff.
3 out of 4 MLP champs. Sitting
What team were you on last year?
The Breakers.
We're gonna have.
And we did not have Etta for
The last one. Yeah. So one of those matches when you guys were
up
down.
Susanna
There you
Bar.
go.
We did pick up Susanna. And Susanna and I did
Any
pretty
of those?
well.
Any of those that you
Rafa-
lost?
Susanna and I
Susanna
did pretty
beat-
well. We beat Riley Newman and
Yeah, Riley and Jackie.
But they already had that match won, so
no. We
it was
actually
2-1.
Yeah.
Or no, it was 1-1 when they beat him.
Yeah.
so you beat them to go 1-1,
We
Beat him to go.
2-1. You guys?
were up.
Maybe it was 2-0.
No, we were up 2-0 on that.
No, they were up 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah.
Beat him
Yeah.
to go 2-1.
It was going 2-1.
And then you lost the next one.
That's what I'm
And then we
saying.
lost in the Dream Breaker.
Come on now.
But it's 2-0.
Come on now.
It wasn't over.
Come on now.
That's still a win.
Come on now.
Dub's a dub.
Yeah, that's a good win. Do you guys like it though? You feed off of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I think for somebody like me, I have a hard time kind of getting, super pumped up. But when I do, I think that's when I play best. So, MLP kind of helps that.
Is anything
But
else
also on the flip side, when you're losing and you have the other team screaming at you,
Yeah.
are you okay with
you can
that?
get in your head?
Yeah, I think I am because it's like to me, right? As much as I love Dylan and J Dub and as good as they are, like playing against them, you're just like, dude, okay, like. You're trying to
they're
make
boring.
something
It's-
out
I'd
of,
rather
out of
watch paint
some.
dry.
Yeah, you're trying to make something out of nothing, right?
Literally,
Where
you're
in MLP, you could be down, and there's people yelling at you. It's like, okay, like that gives you another reason to like fight for it.
Yeah, like you get a chance to have pickleball on Fox on Sunday, and we get Dylan and J Dub. Like, it doesn't get worse than that. Like I love him. Dylan's actually really funny. J Dub is J Dub, but
Talk about speaking Spanish.
it was yes, exactly. But it's just miserable. Like,
Do you remember seeing Gabe Tardio's interview back in San Clemente when he was playing with his paddle between his legs?
yes, He put the paddle between his legs.
That was great.
Yeah,
Totally
was that
innocent.
Jackie or Jade? One of the Kawamotos was next to him. They were like this.
Yeah.
They were like, what's happening right now?
But now he's got a new whip, so it all works
Oh,
out.
is that his Porsche? No way.
He has a Porsche?
Yeah. He
You didn't see the
posted this
video?
of him.
No,
Bro.
He pulls up to the courts and he gets out of this freaking new Porsche and he like opens the trunk. Tardio.
He bought a used.
He opens the trunk and he pulls out like the only thing in the back is like a paddle and he pulls it out, walks to the courts. Like I don't know.
Hayden Big H commented, said save some for the rest of us.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's his Porsche. I mean,
Could be a rental for a day just to make the video.
yeah, it was definitely one of those things. Like,
Yeah.
his paddle sponsor was like, "Hey, it'd be cool if you pulled up in a Porsche."
Well, now everything's about eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
So like you just like
for sure.
rent something for a day and you move on. Like I'm gonna get a mansion at some point for a day and be like, hey, this is where I live, guys.
That's where people throw parties.
I'll give you a house tour.
Yeah, you just Airbnb something just to throw a party and then just film the whole thing and people think it's yours. It's smart. Listen, followers matter.
Real quick, we didn't go over their location. So you're out in California. You're also in California. You're in Florida, but you said you're moving to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And then
Wait, you are?
You're a nomad
Why?
everywhere.
Jack live in Tennessee?
No, he lives in Florida. So I don't know if it's like, I guess it's kind of out
You
there.
moving with Simone?
Yeah, we're moving with Simone.
Really?
Yeah, so
They announced it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
yes.
invited us, me, Jack, Richard, and Eric Onsens to like live in their guest house and like train with them for this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're really close with them.
She just listed her house for
1.2.
posted at 1.2 million. Have you played in her indoor court?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
a bunch.
nice.
She like coaches us.
Oh, really?
Okay,
It
yeah.
looks insanely nice.
Yeah, it's really
She lives on
nice.
like 2.5 acres and like,
Sounds like a cult.
is it a cult?
Um,
Like a little bit?
How do you become a
do you
member
have
of
to
her training group?
Like, you don't drink the Kool-Aid they give you, right?
No, I mean, they're great.
Yeah.
You
But
have to
has to say
sacrifice something.
I'm not part of it, and I think they're
blink
great.
twice.
Blink twice if you're safe.
no, they've been really awesome to us.
Chad's
but
nice?
basically, Richard. No, I love Chad. He's awesome. So we
Keep going.
You can't cut it out. They don't cut anything.
We'll cut it out.
yeah.
We tell you,
Richard.
we tell you
Yeah.
we can, but
so
then we
Richard
don't.
was already practicing with them, and then he invited Jack and me. Jack and him are good friends, and
Okay.
we started training with them, and then we all just got along really well.
Who's the fourth one? Oh, Eric. Onsen.
Eric, yeah. Eric is Brazilian, like Simone, and so his father Jaime
Yeah.
is good friends with.
He's like a
Simone.
senior pro, right?
Yeah, he's very
Okay.
good.
He's super good.
And so
Better
like,
than Eric?
I think Eric is good.
We're going to beat Eric, though, right?
Yeah.
In Miami. He plays for Miami.
Didn't that team do pretty bad?
Yeah, they didn't do great. They had a one win that was okay. Isn't that the team that lost 21-4?
Yeah, it's 1 to 4. Yeah.
Yeah, in the Dream Breaker, yeah. The GM Johnny Goldberg. Yeah.
But yeah, we just got lucky with timing. Like we just started training with them, and then
That's awesome.
They liked us. And
Have you been to Tennessee?
yeah, actually, so Allison Harris lives there, and we're
Yeah.
good friends with her. So we went and visited.
Who are you not good friends with?
I'm friends with a lot of people.
You're not going to do well
Jack is the
on this team.
Jack is more the
Poking the bear.
No.
And her, yeah.
I think
no,
people
like
will like get mad that I'm yelling so much.
Good, I
So
want
she's
that.
like, we need Amanda.
Balance
honestly,
it
people
out.
say that they
Yeah.
don't like playing against me because they
smiles.
they don't think that they can get like heated. Like actually, Alex Strong doesn't like playing singles
Really?
against me. That's what she
Because
told me
she can't
because she can't like get angry. But
Were you pissed when
works.
Rafa hit you in the face yesterday?
no, it was my
I think
fault.
she said sorry.
You apologized to him when he hit you in the
I
face.
was sorry that we had to stop the.
Like you literally are.
Well,
you
no,
were
I hit
you were
myself.
bleeding.
I'm sorry,
I
my
guess-
face was there. Sorry.
I hit myself.
Like you-
It went off my paddle into my.
I understand, but he tried to bag you. You're bleeding, and you're apologizing to everybody else for getting blood on the court.
Yeah, I have a problem.
That's really nice. Like, do you need that because Jack's so hot tempered?
He's really he's hot tempered on the court, but he's actually extremely nice.
I heard he's
off
come
the
a long
court.
ways,
Yeah, he's really
what I've
nice
heard.
off the court. Yeah, like everyone that like actually gets to know him like loves
but on
him.
the court, he's
on
fiery.
the court, yeah. And then he's actually very like reserved.
But so is Eric
So-
Onsens. He's fiery too.
Yeah, he's fiery. So like everyone thinks that he has like this big personality, and then when he gets off the court, he like isn't as big of a personality. So then I think like they think he's like standoffish.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then once you actually get to know him, he's the
You think
best.
he'd like me?
Yeah, actually, I think he would. I think you'd like him, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like many people.
I don't know.
He's got a long list.
I'm just kidding. Jack and I would get like, is he coming to any MLPs?
He's actually, I think he's coming to DC. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, you'll really like
Best
him.
friends.
Have him come to our dinner. We'll be BFFs.
Yeah.
We'll be BFFs
Yeah, no.
before the end of the night.
He'll be loud for us.
Good. Awesome. What tournaments do you have coming up? Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm playing everything. So I'm going to Sacramento.
Bro, you're playing mixed with Christine McGrath.
Yeah, that's
A
your
legend.
Girl. That's your girl, right?
An OG.
Yeah, the one and only. We
The
actually
one-
just beat her in Dallas.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
She I remember she came out here for TOC and she flew on a private jet. And I was like, this was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I was like, who? And she had her Franklin paddle, you know, because she hooked up with Ben and got the Franklin deal. And I was like, who is this on a private jet landing literally in the field behind the courts? And she comes walking off the jet.
That was a friend of hers, though.
Yeah.
The private jet. It's
Yeah.
a little bit different than
But
it
it
was.
Was Ben in there?
Not bad.
No, he wasn't.
PJ.
Actually, the very first tournament I played in 2020, I played DJ and Christine in the
You
backdrop.
did?
Yeah.
How'd you beat him?
Funny.
No, we had just like beaten a bunch of teams.
Who were you with,
know.
Wes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like I probably had picked up a paddle like a month before.
Yeah.
And then we lost to them in the back draw, and I didn't know who anyone was. And then now that I know who everyone was, I was like, wow, now I'm playing with DJ.
Yeah. You feel good about that?
I'd rather be on this side of the net, than
He hits the ball
against
hard,
us.
huh?
Quite the compliment. Let's go.
Do you guys, I guess we kind of talked about this. Do you guys like the format of MLP?
Yeah.
And do you think the amount of events, MLP events, is sufficient, or do you wish there were more or less?
I mean,
Well,
we are playing 7 matches in one event.
yeah, like in what sense? Are you talking about the scoring itself? Are you talking about do we want less?
Everything overall everything. Like, do you like the amount of MLP
Like, had
events?
they not merged, would you have done a full season of MLP, like the plan?
Yeah, so basically, I think for the little amount of time that they had to like make it work, I think it's fine. That said, it could always be perfected a little bit more.
So do you like the current way it is, or do you wish they went back to having essentially every single one being a tournament? Because right now it's like the preseason or the just a normal season, because they're not doing like the.
It's a regular season. There's no
tournament at the end.
There's no champion at the end. And that's been kind of a little bit of the complaints from some of the fans.
They
is
feel
that
like it's anticlimactic.
It's anticlimactic at the end because they're not, there's not a playoff at the end of every event.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a massive playoff at the end of the season. I mean, that's how every league.
I was going to say, I think that's more.
Yeah.
And then they have the mid-season.
And then
do
the
you,
mid-season.
do you like that in the midseason? I didn't know this until a month ago or so, but the challengers teams are also playing with the premier teams.
Yeah, I like that a lot,
Correct,
actually.
but isn't it that the challengers, they can only be, like if you're number 1 in challengers, you're going to be like the 13th.
You'll be the 13 seed, yep.
13 seed. So really you'll be playing
The 12. You'll be playing the 12 seed most likely in Premier. So the nice thing is when we're the 1 seed in Challenger, we'll actually play the Black Diamonds, who are going to be the 12 seed.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And it'll be a lot of fun.
You guys got to get to that 1 seed though. We'll be at the 13, you know that, but I don't know if I don't know if you guys will be at that number 1.
You guys might not have Jay. Actually, Arizona might give you a run without Desky now.
Oh, yeah.
But
So
you guys like that you get the chance
guys-
to.
Well, it's just
I think it's
another
fun.
opportunity to make more money, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just keep it all for the premier players. So being able to come out.
There's that, or would you preferred like Premier gets 140 and Challenger gets 60?
yeah, because then you'd be playing
And then you have
against.
your own Challenger tournament.
No, I kind of want to play against the premier players personally.
I don't think a
it's
lot
a
of the
good
premier
experience.
players like it.
Well, Ben Johns talked to somebody, I won't say who told me this, but he basically said it's lose-lose.
For the premier
For the
teams.
Premier teams,
Yeah.
because they're expected to win, right? But anything can happen, and if they lose, it's a bad look. If they win, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like at that point,
Are you
yeah.
guys looking at doing any more trades?
Do you want
we're
to come
just
up? Do you want to do lefty-lefty?
Let's do it.
Tyler played lefty-lefty once in a.
I'm playing
Wait.
lefty this year.
He played lefty-lefty once in a MLP event with Rob Cassidy, and it was a disaster.
It was bad.
it?
Yeah, it was only
It was
one.
like 21-4.
Who was on
No.
the left?
He was. We may have switched it up.
Do you remember that?
I'm
Oh,
playing-
yeah.
I'm playing with Pablo at Bristol.
Good luck.
You played with Jay too already once, lefty-lefty. And then you guys.
Yeah, I feel like mixes.
Yeah, but you played lefty, you and Jade, and then you played against Pablo and Etta.
But I've been saying this for a while, but I've been working on my left side, and it's actually kind of fun.
Is it? Yeah, it is. You have way more options.
Yeah.
I think left side's fun. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, but it'd be right. Well, no, yeah, you are lefty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you ever switch hands?
No,
Never?
never switch hands.
You don't?
I should
No,
probably.
you're not Riley Newman.
No, I don't.
Who's the one person that you hate playing against? Whether it's because they're annoying or because their style, or even maybe just because they're good, or like, is there something that you guys just despise? You may not like him as a person, but you just don't like playing against.
I hate playing against Jack. It drives me crazy.
Do you ever?
Do you think he likes playing against you? He's like, yes.
I think he is better at it than I am. Like, I think I get really angry at him.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you ever like get pissed and be like, "Don't call me tonight"?
No, we're really good at leaving it on the court.
You are?
Yeah.
Like you've never carried it over?
Like maybe 10 minutes.
And
Like
be
we're
like,
really good at leaving
Really?
it. Yeah.
You should carry it over and see if he's nicer to you on the court.
He's the one that's like a little bit meaner on the court, and then I'm the one that's probably gets more angry off the court, like after the match.
Are you quick to
I feel
apologize?
like this is a
though?
therapy
What?
session.
I
feel
know.
like you guys he needs to be here.
I know, next time.
Emily, who do you hate playing against? Is there anyone?
Not really. I mean, maybe if I thought about it longer, I maybe could come up with someone.
You
but
know who's a big fan of yours?
Who?
Huge fan. And says that you're real. When we drafted you, he was one of the first people I talked to and said that you're insanely good.
Who?
Connor Garnett.
Really?
Huge.
I honestly I loved the Chicago Slice. I mean, our ownership was great, but the players on it were all super nice.
He was a massive.
I think actually that's one person is I've only played her once, but I mean Susanna Barr is really hard to read.
She's fire.
So it's just she's
Very
not
unorthodox.
not predictable.
Yeah.
She was Tyler's mixed partner for a year.
Yeah.
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 But Connor, I mean, obviously Connor's doing great too. So I think
What about you, DJ?
That I hate playing against.
J-Dub and Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate playing against
Because
them.
you want to
right?
take a nap?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate playing against them, but I would say that's the team that I had the least amount of success. And then when I say the least, I mean 0.
Like the least amount of fun, too.
Yeah, at least
Like they
amount of
just
fun as
suck
well.
the fun out of pickleball.
Fun at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I
40
mean,
dinks.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But
What about when J-Dub hooks you? Oh, that was you.
yeah, he doesn't hook me. He's a little
It
scared of
wasn't his
that.
fault.
It wasn't his fault?
Yeah. Give us a rundown of what happened. I saw the video that you or someone
Yeah, we'll post
posted.
it right now. Ready?
There you go. No, it was the third game.
Magic of
It
television.
was the third game. We were down 5-7-1, and Will sped up a ball and hit the top of the net. Went over J-Dub's shoulder. Landed on the line. J-Dub, like, instinctively normally call it out, thinking it's probably going to go out. It was a close call. I thought it was in. Will thought it was in. And
The
Dylan,
video showed it was in.
it was in. But, and then Dylan backed up J-Dub.
Good partner.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
partner.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Which I do think that's what you need to do as partnership.
Do you think Will talks way too much shit considering he's never done anything on the court?
I don't know. I think he's doing fine, right?
Yeah, he's average.
He's destroying at the APP.
No, Mario's destroying Will at APP. That's what I saw.
How many times did Will get hit by Mario? 7, 8?
I love
what
Mario.
was he playing with? A gearbox?
Mario? Yeah.
Yeah.
He hit him in the throat.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah. A gearbox
In the
that
throat.
got tested one time in the beginning of the week.
Hey, it's legal.
Yeah.
That's on the approved list.
Should we talk paddles? What do you guys think about the Gen 3 Yolas? You want them banned? Emily, I know how you feel about this. You're glad they're banned, right?
A
Are
little
they
bit,
banned?
yeah.
I don't think
Well,
they
they're
are.
delisted.
They're
not,
delisted for now.
Yeah, but are they banned?
Yeah, you
Because I'm
can't
pretty
use them
sure
for
they
ammo.
have one that's the same exact
They have
paddle.
they had a new one at the PPA.
Yeah, that alpha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the exact same.
It's the
thing.
same.
Yeah,
It's the same paddle.
Yeah.
but
Not
it's,
banned.
It's
but
the same thing, just like black.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
Yeah.
progress.
yeah, they're making progress.
They made the same exact thing.
I don't think they're good.
They're making
Do you think
progress.
it's bad for the game that
Oh,
paddles are that
totally
hot?
for the game.
People
I mean-
can hit like, especially in singles, like winners off their feet
Yeah.
and like running.
Well, it's like what
Like-
happened in baseball. Like the pros went back to wooden bats
Yeah.
because the technology was getting too much.
Yeah.
I think that's a similar trajectory. Not that we need to go to wooden.
But couldn't
paddle.
you use the argument that if people are doing that, it should require more athleticism to defend those types of shots?
Yeah, but
It does, but doesn't it take away some of the
When it comes-
athleticism and skill set that's required when it's just pure power? Like,
when it comes to overheads and people that have really good defense like her,
Get
the
better
ball-
defense.
Can you even see the ball?
Get better eyesight.
2020. Just 2020.
But you know what I'm saying. Half the time you can't even like.
No, I'm just
ball's
being
coming-
devil's advocate here.
Right. The ball's coming so damn fast that you don't have time to react, or you put your paddle on it,
But the contrarian view would be don't give them overheads, don't give them lobs, don't give them those types of shots for them to be able to do that.
right. But they're
But
just
like Amanda said, if you're able to hit a freaking winner off your shoe tops, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you're giving people.
Correct.
I think
Yeah,
it
I
just
think-
changes the game of pickleball. Like it just
Yeah, I mean
completely-
those shots are insanely
Yeah.
risky. If someone's pulling shots from 2 inches off the ground, that's
and then they land
Look
in.
at shots.
What if you
perfectly,
can't get out of the way?
yeah. But has he won anything? He hasn't won. He hasn't gotten to the round of 16
Who
for.
did they beat this weekend? They beat somebody, right? Or was that
He beat him with Kwong 2 weeks ago.
yeah?
And I don't know.
Well,
who
you
he
guys,
beat.
did you guys play him yesterday?
Yeah.
And his paddle is hot, right?
It is
100%.
hot, yeah.
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 I mean,
Well, to
it's-
me, it's more just like the fairness of the game itself, right? Like all of us playing with something similar. Like he brought up me losing to him and Kwong 2 weeks ago, and I was playing with the Pro XR, which is extremely soft, and it's like it doesn't even matter if I get a ball, like a clean shot on a backhand punch, for example, because it's just not going hard enough, and the one that's coming back is even faster than the one before, right?
Yeah.
And like Dad said, the only thing that frustrates me the most, and I said this before in my podcast, is that like I just don't think it's
My
normal.
podcast.
Conversations with DJ, check it out.
Thank you. To me, it's like it's not fair that like I'm a bigger guy, right? I'm about like 215 on a good day, so like I have like it is what it is. Like
8% body fat.
I'm supposed to have power, and then you have like girls that are like 100 pounds are hitting it harder than me. Like to me, that's just not fair.
Like Rachel Rohrbacher shouldn't hit the ball as hard as she does. Is that what
Or
you're saying?
Millie, for
She
example.
hits the ball pretty hard.
Yeah.
Millie?
Millie too. Like they hit it so hard with those paddles.
Yeah.
And then I have let's say a I don't know, like the pro show that I played with, and I can't even hit an overhead as
Do you
hard as
think
they can.
Do you think Annalie Waters' paddle's loaded?
Always goes back to Annalise.
Do you think that paddle should be outlawed?
I don't know. I that's the thing. I never played her, so I don't know. I couldn't even tell you the last time I played her, honestly. So I haven't
Have
seen
you
it.
heard
firsthand.
it? You can hear it from 7
Well,
courts
you can
away.
hear a lot of paddles
It
nowadays.
definitely is coming at you pretty hot.
Not the owl paddle. Thing is
Should
silent.
everybody go to the owl paddle?
Why not?
I'm gonna play with the gearbox this weekend.
You are?
Fuck it.
Mario, is that you?
I gotta talk to my boy today.
So you think that they should at least they got to be standardized in some way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you have X amount of power, I should have X amount of power too.
Yeah. So let's talk about paddles. Let's talk about Daskew. Punishment. Did the punishment fit the crime?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a little too much.
Too much? 50K?
On what? On the days or the amount of
The
money
fine.
or both?
I think both, right? Like, I mean, we can go back to especially, what happened in nationals last year, where like you can go and kind of like assault somebody at the venue and they don't really do anything about it.
Oh, where AJ beat up Fed.
But that's, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a little
I was
different.
there.
That's
I was
more
there.
civil. That's
well, it
not-
is and it isn't because it's still,
I mean-
you're still under.
But that's not on court. That's not competing. That's
Yeah, but
off
you're,
court.
but if you're
He
in
didn't
the
do it on
NFL,
court
if
either.
you're in the NFL and you sexually assault someone or you get in a fight, the NFL has a code of conduct and they could suspend you for off the field actions.
But don't you think sometimes that, like in the NFL or another sport, sometimes the sexual assault or like fighting gets less of a punishment than someone who gets, I don't know, bets on their own team?
Homegirl that just freaking hip
Got
checked
hip check.
Caitlin
Oh,
Clark.
she flew.
Got like a $25 fine and
I
like
know.
a, hey, don't do
and
it
then
again.
today, a guy on the Padres got banned for life
For betting
on
yeah,
his own team.
Yeah, for betting on that. Yeah.
They have to keep those things really.
That one, the gambling thing is
Yeah.
like a no nonsense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think that it's
A lot
interesting
of times
because
crime doesn't-
Andre didn't. So we got a little inside info on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
And so Andre immediately when he turned it in, he tried to take it back because he realized what he had done. And then he said, "Oh, I didn't know it was banned." And then he said, "I think a Gatorade spilled in my bag. That's why it's sticky." And then we've received pictures from other people who have played with him that literally can take his paddle and stick it to their hand and do this. Like we've got pictures of it. You see stuff smeared all over. So clearly he's been using it for a while. I don't know if he has used it in a tournament. I don't know if the practice thing is true because he said that he uses it so his training partners can get more spin on the ball and it makes it tougher.
But his
for
training
him.
partner wasn't there.
But his training partner. So we don't know. But the reality is he turned in a paddle that had an illegal substance that he put on it, and he's not fighting it. That's what's interesting to me.
Well,
Granted, the appeals process is probably to Connor Pardo, who also suspended him. So
Yeah.
but And then so like he got a $50,000 fine.
Which Proton's going to pay is my guess, but
Right, but and then it's also he can't play like the next couple events.
60 days.
60 days.
That could easily turn into like $100,000.
So there was he's not getting paid during those 60 days.
Well, I think they're just taking it from his pay.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
it's a separate fine because that money.
No, I'm
yes,
pretty-
dude. I sat on the.
I think it's the
I'm
contract.
pretty sure it's.
Hey guys, I just sat in the board of governors meeting, which I probably shouldn't say this, and they discussed it.
I'm pretty sure it's.
It is
from-
not. It's
what
a
I'm saying.
separate fine, and the money is going to something separate. The money they're asking how to
They're
allocate
just
the money.
taking away. He just cannot go to those like 3 or 4 events, which is if you break it down,
No, it's not.
that's how much he would make.
not true.
in
It's in addition.
4 events.
My friend told me they were withholding.
Yes,
It's in addition. I promise you, it's a fine.
I think it's
Maybe it's both.
It's in addition to
50-50.
the
it is a fine. It is a fine.
guys.
but
That
it-
means think about this. That means you're saying that Deskew makes $300,000 a year.
I think that's in line. Two to 300.
that looks.
It's not in line. I've seen his contract. It's not in line.
How much is he making?
I'm not going to say, but it's not in line with his contract. Let's just say this: Andre did not make out as well as some other players that are ranked where he's ranked.
Yeah, but that's only really 3 tournaments that he would have been playing. So that's not.
Yeah, so he makes $50,000 for 3 tournaments. So it doesn't fit what you're saying. It's math, bro.
MLP. 4 or 5? Is it 5?
I'm just telling
Is it
you.
5 tournaments? I mean, it would have been.
I don't know.
Actually,
the amount
isn't
of
60
tournaments.
days, 2 months? That's got to be like 7 to 8 tournaments, regardless.
It's like
Well,
But
part
July,
of it's
there's
July
nothing.
and there's nothing.
Yeah.
So
no,
he
there
gets.
was.
right.
There was though.
There's like 2 tournaments, like 2 MLPs.
He
One or
ends
2
up missing
MLPs.
like 5
It would have been
tournaments.
5
All right,
tournaments.
back to the initial cause. Is that justified or no?
I mean, it's justified. I just don't know if it's like. I mean, it's a little crazy in my opinion.
Does it deter people though from doing it?
I know they eventually. need
Hopefully
to
it
do
does.
I think it
yeah,
would.
Yeah, it should.
I mean, like,
$50,000 fine. That's a hefty
I
fine.
think that's the point. Like the point of it is they were trying to deter it from ever happening again.
Yeah.
Like this is a one and done,
for sure.
right? But I mean, we also know that Yola players.
Why is it
Yola was sending frozen boxes of paddles.
No, there's not a chance. How do they send frozen boxes of paddles?
Frozen
They
boxes.
go rent an ice cream truck machine
No,
and
they
put it
freaking were
outside.
packing them in dry ice and sending frozen boxes of paddles. And so what the paddle testers started doing is they started setting them outside and if the
letting them thaw.
Yeah, letting them thaw. But they were still trying to send
Yeah,
frozen.
but that's it. If you put any paddle out there in the sun, they're probably still going to become illegal at some point. Any paddle.
Yeah, but freezing it so it doesn't have the trampoline
That's like
effect.
intentionally
Yeah.
trying to modify.
Everybody's trying to. Yeah. Do you think there's any difference from what Andre did to what, like, basically just a normal paddle not passing, like a delaminated?
Well, one is.
I mean,
it's
a little
intent.
bit. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
intent.
exactly. Intent. And then, like, me doing something is not the same as, like, my company doing something for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be worse if it's the company?
I feel like if it's a brand new paddle, you bring it in and it fails because it's
Like-
brand new. Then
like at
then you
Nationals-
should be getting in trouble.
Like at Nationals where people are going to Pickleball Central and taking them off the shelf and they're failing.
Yeah, that's not good.
That was wild.
If it was an
Tyler had a
individual,
box of like 90 paddles.
if it was an individual doing it, do you think that it would get to a point where the company would like drop that player because they'd be like, we had nothing to do with this. Like,
Yeah,
don't.
I think at some point for sure. I think
If it's a repeated offense,
if it's
for
repeated
sure, yeah.
offense, yeah. I mean, I think it gets a bad look for the company. Like
That's why it's
Proton,
like if the company was the one doing it, are they just gonna stay?
yeah, and I think that like in this case, I don't think Proton has anything to do with this. It's a
No.
substance That was
Yeah.
wiped
And
on
that's
the
what
paddle.
Zane was saying on Twitter. He's all like, "What's the difference between Yola failing 500 paddles and Andre accidentally or whatever
Yeah.
it was turning in his
Yeah, and I
paddle?"
actually think those
Intent.
Proton paddles are pretty
Yeah.
sick. Like they're and the thing is
That's gonna be gone next year, right? That rubber.
well, I think it was somebody else. I can't remember. Maybe it was Pickleball Effect, Pickleball Studio. One of them tested the Protons, and they have the highest spin rate of any paddle already.
It's rubber.
The highest spin rate already. Now you're putting even more like grip on there. That's wild.
If you don't cheat, you're not trying.
It's true.
Come on.
Pickleball's a real sport, according to Jimmy. Now
I like it. I like Scandal. Guys, Scandal makes it legit. When Sammy Sosa's corking his bat and people are doing steroids.
You know what?
Okay, let me ask you this then. What's worse? Like, okay, not maybe what's worse. What's more beneficial, doing some form of PED or having an illegal paddle like that?
So I think that it's honestly, it's probably sixes because the big thing is that I like about it is it means that there's enough money in pickleball now and it matters enough that people are willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Now, some people are just going to train their ass off, right? And they're going to, and look how many people have hired trainers now, and they're working out and they're doing all these things, or they're going full time and they're moving into Colts just so they can train full time. Just kidding. And then there's other people who are going to cheat, right? They're going to take PEDs. We already know.
I thought of
That's not actually cheating right now, is it?
Well, no, right now it's not. That's what I'm saying. Right? I mean, Adderall, if you don't think Adderall is helping your focus when you have a freaking ball coming at you from 14 feet away at 80 miles an hour, like, of course that's going to help. So I think that there's people that are willing to do that because the money is getting so big in the sport.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing, and then it's a bad thing, right? Because those rules have got to be
What
in
happens if
place.
some random bad character walks into the paddle testing with a jar of pine tar, sprays it on all the paddles that are in line to get tested?
Yeah.
What happens then?
Well, I think that's why you should probably lock the door.
But they don't.
You know, I know
It's very open.
these are
right
things
now.
that they need to
Like
obviously
if I'm
think
playing
about.
somebody and I really wanted to win or something,
It's just like the tainted sample for someone.
there's
you
a
know,
lot of ifs,
like
whats, or different
like how many
scenarios.
times does a UFC fighter get drug tested and then they test their B sample and it was like
Who was
wrong
it?
or it was a false
Garcia?
positive?
Ryan
or-
Garcia?
Yeah, Ryan Garcia's B samples. You know, we have guys like Manny Ramirez was taking fertility medicine.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, what? You're trying to get pregnant? Like, that doesn't make sense." You know, but I think we're going to see that because, again, the difference in money between a player that's
Still
ranked
sucking on this lollipop, man.
20, like
Lots of licks.
if you're 25th in the world, right, and the difference in money between 25 and top 10 is going to be huge.
That's also a big jump, though.
Yeah, it is a big jump, but is it a big enough jump where you're like, I just put on 15 pounds of muscle and I don't get tired because I'm on steroids and I can work out all day long. My
Yeah.
recovery is instant.
Yeah, the recovery and the not getting tired would
Yeah.
go a much
You know what
longer way
steroids
than-
do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know all about it.
But yeah, the recovery, right, is quicker. That's the biggest thing. Like all my friends that have done steroids, truthfully, they say that you can lift or you can work out all day. You don't get tired. And the recovery is huge. And that in pickleball, that's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, not getting tired more than putting out like 15
especially
pounds
if
of
you're
muscle.
playing-
Yeah, the muscle doesn't make a big difference unless they
Especially
make
if
you all
you're
use
playing
owl
all
paddles. Unless everyone has to start using owl paddles, and then you maybe want to get a little stronger, right?
Or more mass is, it's harder to like move
To
around.
move
and
and
stuff.
yeah. But it's coming. We all know it's. I mean, you guys all know there's people in the sport that are probably doing.
I think
things.
PEDs is most prevalent, in my opinion, in singles. I was talking to James Ignatowicz, and I'm like, "You want to keep playing singles after this last tournament?" He said, "I'm done with singles." The amount of toll that it takes on your body is just
and that's why the recovery is going to be huge. So here's the next question: What about line calls? Line calls. I feel like APP. You can like. It's so crazy. It's 2024, and like PPA is not in high definition. It looks horrible. It feels like someone's streaming it on their iPhone. Where APP, the quality is so much better on their streaming, and their replay system is way better. Do you think that? I mean, we know that this happens, but like people are blatantly hooking other people because they know that there's no replay.
So
Well, if you're on court 32,
If you're on court 32,
Court,
yeah,
35 that I was on.
like you're gonna get blatantly hooked, right? What?
I think that.
I don't know about blatantly.
Well,
but
some people.
very few, but there are some.
I think one thing that's okay. This my dad I think has thrown this out a lot.
Who's
is
not Vietnamese?
who's not? He's from Iowa.
How does he say it?
I don't think he wants to try. Is if you can't have automated line calling on every court, you're going to use that many courts. Have one chair umpire that can see the lines
Do
clearly.
you think a chair umpire would be better?
I think so.
I think
Tennis is different though because the ball compresses.
correct, but it's
So
you.
does a pickleball.
I was going to
Not
say,
as much though.
but
it
do you
will
think the
compress.
guy?
but
Do you
does
think
the
the guy
view-
on the ground has a better view?
But do you think the view would be better for a chair umpire? Definitely across the court it would be.
And
Correct.
I'm sorry.
overall, yes, but not closer to you.
Sure, but across the court.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the people
across the court, yeah.
closer to they can't see that anyway. Staying on the ground, that angle's bad anyway. So you might as well be elevated.
Well, I think
Yeah, but you can't. I mean,
the other issue is that
you want to see where the ball is making contact with the court.
But
with the
then
line.
they need more umpires on
Yes,
each court
correct.
because
Yeah.
the guy that's there is just watching the kitchen.
the
line.
kitchen. That's the thing. They're
They're
trained
not
to watch.
watching the
They're
lines.
trained to watch the kitchen. But then when you have something like where Don Stanley tells Salome that
Like
it was in the blue. You clearly missed the call. Like it was, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then it was
the guy in the
out.
chair could have probably seen that landed out.
Yeah, well, I think Don Stanley saw that it landed out too, but
Wow, you went there.
But the cash cow was playing, so we can't have that upset
At 11:30 at night.
at 11:30 at night. And
That was
maybe
epic.
his eyes are bad. Should there be age limit for referees?
I'm gonna not comment.
We would have no refs then.
We need someone.
What if it was like 80? I'm just saying, I think refs are in a horrible spot. They're
It's
not.
a lose-lose for them.
Yeah.
It is
I
lose-lose.
agree.
They're not given any help.
No.
Like I think most refs are good,
Yes.
Yeah.
but they're not given much help.
And I think
Correct.
more and more refs, because they're in that lose-lose situation, just say they don't see it, even if they think they did. Like,
Yeah, and like my dad, like if I give my dad an iPad, like he's got to zoom that thing in, and these guys are like, and you're trying to see where that ball compresses or where that ball lands.
Yeah.
And like you said, because it doesn't compress, Tyler, like if it's on the line, it could be out.
Most of the time, it's going to be out. I mean,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
the size of the contact is a dime.
Yeah.
Is a dime.
Should
crazy.
What if they like,
Yeah, but that Vulcan ball does compress.
It does for sure, but I mean,
It goes out around, so it compresses.
a lot of the balls are with dinks. I mean, you're mostly at the kitchen. A lot of them are with
what if
dinks.
they put what if they painted the balls white? You dipped them in like chalk and then you'd see where they landed every time.
No, that would be horrible.
It's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Shut up, Jimmy.
Do they need Hawkeye?
All right, we got to wrap it up. Any other questions that people are dying to talk about?
Give us your DC predictions.
7-0.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Dubs.
Love it.
7 dubs.
Makes sense.
I'm
Like,
going to be on your. Can I be on your bench?
No, you
Yeah,
cannot
dude,
be on our
Absolutely,
bench.
you
I don't mind
can.
All right.
No negative.
like these guys.
No negative energy.
Can I be on your bench?
Yeah, for sure.
but you have to root for us during the Dream Breaker then.
Depends on
Will
where
you
you're
wear?
at.
Hey, will
Once
you,
you get past 4, then I'll root for
will you wear
guys.
Blackbears
fair.
gear?
Yeah.
If I get you Blackbears gear, I'll wear Black Diamonds
You
gear.
can only
You wear
sit on the
Blackbears.
bench.
How,
You like it?
Wait,
They're sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Tyler, how's your team gonna do?
I think
Is Jay playing?
as of now, he is.
He is going to play. Oh, that's good.
I mean, as of now, but he was supposed to play Sacramento.
Well, he was pumped
Are
about.
you guys looking at doing a trade with the women's side or no?
Yeah, we're going to trade both of them. Just kidding.
We
no.
actually tried to trade you for Jay. But Pardo wanted us to throw in a couple of Snickers bars and some other things, and we just couldn't
Hey
do
man,
it.
he's the only one that's actually got.
All right.
money.
How does everyone stay up to date with California Blackbears?
CA Black Bears on Instagram.
On Instagram.
And then you guys personally, what is it?
Yeah, DJ MPB.
Emily Ackerman.pv.
Amanda Hendry _PB.
Rafa Hewitt 44. I don't know.
You should change it to Lollipop Rafa.
Yeah, you like that one
Okay.
shit.
I would love it.
I know you do.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Having us.
you.
Thanks for playing.